Today I'm going to try to do a short video on my bug out bag. Now, I don't think of a bug out bag as a 72-hour bag. A bug out bag to me is something that I can leave and survive for, weeks, months, trying to get where I'm going. I have to go permanently go somewheres, or try to make more of a permanent shelter. Everything I should need, and I'd like comments to things I should add to this kit. I tried to lay out here today, and I keep it all in my Alice large military bag. First thing I got is a little book bag. This is a small bag with a camel pack in it. Got my canteen kit. 2 little extra 1-liter water bottles. This is one of my water filters. This one stays in this pack. Purification tablets. This is also a water filter bottle. Extra water bottle. As you can see, water is a little bit important to me. I also have a hiking water filter that I hope to be able to bring with me. Moving on a little bit, I have a stove. Now, this may be for when I'm on the run or if I'm staying moving, but I mean, obviously, if I have a camp set up, I would use my pot stand. I'm bringing my big pot because I plan on being out there for a long time. It's got another pot inside of it, a couple utensils. I plan on making a little better utensils once that day comes. For fire, lighter. The kindling is, like I said, for on the run, but I mean, obviously, if I get somewhere is good, I'm going to try to create a rock stove and something like that to that effect. I got a ton of matches. I keep a lot of matches because, plan on making a lot of fires if you're going to be going for weeks or months. Magnesium fire starter. This one works pretty good. It's not one of those cheap ones. Moving on to my tools. Gerber machete. If you haven't, this is the big one. If you haven't seen these, it has a serrated side on the back, but I also do have my saw. A little cheap multi-tool, pocket knife, axe, another cheap knife. I keep one of them razor blade knives with extra razor blades, and this is my buck knife. For flashlight, I do have one of these headlamps. I usually wear a hat, but if not, I can improvise something. And this is one of those flashlights that don't require batteries. You turn it on, and need be, you can just charge it up yourself. So, works pretty good. I've used it a couple times. 2 rain ponchos, first aid kit, a very basic, obviously, first aid kit. Emergency blanket, first aid kit. And I said, this would be more like in an emergency on the run. I am missing a few things from my bag, which I will talk about after. Toothbrush, baby wipes, nice size thing of toilet paper, a little sewing kit, toiletries. Now this is the part that I feel separates me from most people's kits. If you plan on doing long-term survival, you're not going to make it on squirrels and rabbits all the time. But I am prepared for a little bit of everything. There's a few things I am missing from this, but I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. This is one of them ultralight pin fishing poles in my tackle box, obviously. I also have an assortment of needles and stuff in there as well, along with the sewing kit. This is bigger stuff if I'm doing something canvas or something. These are heavy-duty snares. I catch hogs on these. Southeast Louisiana, we have a lot of hogs. So I'm pretty good at that. I practice my skills on that. It is legal to snare hogs as long as you have a trapping license. It's not expensive in Louisiana if you're a resident, so that's something I would look into. This is that military snare wire. I can catch small game on this. It's a lot. It's like, I forget how many feet, but it's well over 198 cents. I mean, come on. I should have 2 in here, but I don't. These are Duke, I think, let me see, number 2 CS traps. I got these to catch coyotes. Obviously, I have more than 2. These are still brand new. Still got the tags on them. I'm using them out in the field right now, not these, different ones. They work great. I wouldn't want to get my foot caught in them. I have a slingshot. I do have some shot with me, but this may be a little bit harder to see, but this is the Henry Survival 22. Look it up. It's pretty nice. The whole 22 is inside of there, and it weighs about 2.5 pounds or so. Of course, it got me a box of bulk ammo. Now, one of the things everybody, oh, what handgun, what handgun? Well, for me, I want the lightest handgun. Well, most people say I got Glock. I got a Glock 23, 40 cal, great handgun. But the ammo's heavy. So, I have a 5.7. This thing is light. It is just as light as my Glock, F&H 5.7. Now, if you haven't seen these, I would look it up. I'm gonna do some reviews on all these things individually, but 5.7 is cleared, so everybody knows. This is a box of ammo. It's a little bit bigger than a box of 22 ammo. It does weigh a little bit more, but this is 50 rounds. I mean, I can take 10 of these boxes without a problem. Also, another plus is it has a 20-round magazine. I have the extended magazines as well that hold 30 rounds. It sticks out the bottom of the gun about 2 inches, maybe. All right, so moving on. Got a couple pieces of cordage, some of these little U-bolts, or U-shackles. These are very small. This is kind of like the one I use on my paracord bracelet, but they're really strong. They actually hold me in my hammock. I am a little over 200 pounds. Got me a thing of jute twine. This is colored. It doesn't work as good for starting fires, but it does work. Got me a thing of duct tape. Now, for the purpose of on the run, what I'm missing from this picture is my hammock. My hammock's in a bag. It's already packed up. I use it, I use it for camping, so of course I'm gonna have to try to remember to grab it. But if I don't, it doesn't matter. I have a Tyvek tarp shelter. I think I've done a review on this already. It can be set up in multiple configurations. I could also, if I'm on the run, I set it up like a little A-frame or a TP tent, drop cloth, trash bags. I use this tool for mosquito netting, Southeast Louisiana, heavy mosquitoes. I use these little clips to secure the tool. But back to this real quick. I'm planning on using this also as part of the roof of my permanent shelter. Tyvek is it's a pretty tough material. I mean, it's not puncture proof, of course not, but it's a pretty decent material. If I make some form of dome permanent shelter, I plan on putting this down and then leafing over the dome, which will give me absolute superb waterproofing. Now, hopefully, if the situation allows, I'm going to grab some quick food. Now, this is just an example of some of the quick food I would grab. Of course, rice. Rice goes a long way. It's really light, really easy to fix. Some ramen. And then the Idaho potatoes are absolutely amazing. This is the best thing you can do for yourself. I mean, 2 cups of water. You got this really hot meal. I eat this as a whole meal when I'm hiking. Now, this is just, like I said, some example. I would have some food with me. I mean, I don't want to go hungry carrying all this stuff. I'm going to burn a lot of calories. So you have to have some food with you. Now, by no means do I plan to survive off of this. This is to get me by till I can get into my hunting. Now, from this, like I said, I am missing my my hammock. I believe there was something else I'm missing. I do have some seeds. Plan on doing a little planting, a little gardening. Seeds are light. Seeds are easy, I freeze them usually, so I'm going to have to try to remember to grab that. But if anybody has any input on some key items that I might be missing, I mean, I know some of this stuff might be a little heavy. I also have on order the dog-proof coon traps. These traps are the best for catching coons. I mean, I have the big box traps that they walk in, and I've caught, 12 possums and 1 coon in the last 2 months out where I'm doing my hog trapping. So, I mean, these little dog-proof traps are, like, great for attracting the coons, I've found. I've heard. I haven't found because I haven't used them yet. But if anybody sees anything major that I'm missing, I'm not on any medication. So, obviously, if I was, I would pack that. If y'all are trying to watch my video to get ideas. Like I said, the gun situation, to be honest, I'm going to do my best to bring my 12 gauge. I have an enormous, that's a big safe, amount of guns. And, picking these 2 was not hard. They're light, and they're, it's 22. It's awesome. But I want my 12 gauge because, with a 12 gauge, You could take down anything in North America. Down here we have a lot of hogs. The 22 is not going to take the hog out. You know, I could shoot them all day. The 5.7 may. It's a very powerful little bullet. Looks like a 223. You know, 50 somewhat grain or 62 grain. These are two different calibers I have. This one's a 40 grain. I'm sorry, 40 grain. It's the hollow points. And I use the hollow points, and I use the blue ballistic tips. But anyway, so I plan on improving my trapping skills a little bit by bringing a few more traps with me. Snares are a one-time deal, you know. This is only three hogs. Granted, you know, in the first hog I catch, I'm putting my other 2 snares down. And I'm going to eat off that hog for, you know, a good hot minute. So that ought to give me at least 4 days worth of food if I can keep it from spoiling. The problem down here is it's hot, so it would normally be 4 days worth of food, but I might only get 2, 3, you know. So anyway, I'm open to suggestions. Please leave comments. Please like. So I'm just trying to get started. I'm looking for advice. If anybody has any advice, thank y'all for watching. Bye.